Hello, Assalamualaikum. Here I'm going to discuss Form BE, okay, which is one of the tax returns that are issued by the IRB. Yeah? So it is taxpayers' responsibility to declare their income derived from Malaysia. Okay, so this can be done by fill in the tax form. Yeah, so IRB have a number of tax returns or tax form. So the one that I am discussing now is Form BE, which is for individual residents who does not carry on business. Okay, now we have so many information to be provided here in this Form BE, which some of them are not applicable. Yeah. So the one that is not applicable, okay, I already highlight the items in green color. Okay, so the form is straightforward actually. Okay, so like this, yeah, this is the front page, yeah. So we need to provide information, okay, about our name, our IC number or passport number, income tax number, yeah, income tax file number, and our correspondence address. So if we do not have any passport, then we just ignore this information required. All right. Okay, so let's scroll down. Okay, so this is the instruction provided by the IRB. You may read it on your own. Okay, and then we have a section here which say for office use. Yeah, so meaning this part is for the use of the IRB staff. Yeah, so the taxpayers do not have to fill in anything here. Okay, scroll down. Okay, so this is the second page, okay, which has so many parts. Yeah, so here we have basic particulars. Again, we need to fill in our information. Yeah, uh, and we may disregard item number 4 and number 5 if we don't have any passport. Yeah. For part A, okay, this captures particulars of individual, okay, which individual here means the taxpayer. For your information, one tax forms is meant to collect information only about one taxpayer. Okay, regardless the taxpayers choose for separate or joint assessment, one form is meant only for one taxpayer. Alright, so let's say me and my husband, both of us do not have any business income. Therefore, each of us will fill in different form BE. Alright, so back to part A. Okay, the instruction is straightforward. Yeah, so we need to decide, we need to provide information whether if we are Malaysian citizen or not. Yeah, if we are, then write down MY. If you are non-citizen, then leave it blank. Alright. Okay, so okay, marital status. Yes, same goes with the marital status. If you are single, then write down number 1. If you are married, then put down number 2. Okay, so whatever your marital status in A4, it will relate to A5. Yeah, if you are still married, then write down your date of marriage. If you are divorced, then write down your date of divorce, etc. Okay, now for A6, yeah, A6 is important. Why? Because it will have an impact on the computation of tax liability. Right? So if a couple opt for separate assessment, okay, so please write down number 3. Yeah, if you are a single person, you are not yet married, then you write down number 5. Yeah. So if let's say I am a wife and I opt for joint assessment, okay, so what is the impact? My husband will be the chargeable person for our income. Then in my form, I will write down number 1. Yeah. Okay. So for A7A, yeah, uh, for your group assignment, just tick not relevant. Okay, so when you tick not relevant, therefore the item A7B, okay, just leave it blank. All right. Next, part B. All right, part B is the computation of tax payable for each taxpayer. Yeah, so if you realize B1, B2 and B3 are the statutory income from employment, rents, interest, discount, royalties, premium and so forth. Yeah, so in other words, B1, B2 and B3 list down the statutory income from section 4B up to section 4F. Okay, so why does statutory income for business under section 4A is not listed here? Because this form, which is form BE, is specifically for individual taxpayers without business income. All right. Okay, so the subtotal of this statutory income is known as aggregate income, yeah, as before. And then from before, we are going to claim or deduct the total of approved donations. Yeah, I repeat, B5 is the total of approved donations. So where can we find the details? The details will be listed in E8 in the next few pages. Okay, so from B4 minus B5, therefore we arrive at total income shown in B6. Okay, now if the couple opt for separate assessment, therefore please ignore B7 and B8. Alright, please ignore B7 and B8. Alright, B7 and B8 will be useful only for joint assessment. Okay, next. In B9, we are going to put down our total relief. Same like our approved donation, the details will be shown in later parts, okay? So here in B10, we will have our chargeable income. So how can we derive chargeable income? Item in B6 minus item in B9. Okay. So from here, we need to refer to our scale rate in order to determine our tax payable, which consists of two items, B11A and B11B. Right? So B12 is the total of B11A and B11B. So from our total income in B12, okay, we are going to claim our rebates. Please refer to the question, whatever rebates available. Okay, fill in here B13, okay, because it does not have many items for rebate. Okay, so finally, we will arrive at total tax charge. Okay, total tax charge, yeah. At this stage, please ignore section 110, section 132, and section 133. If you are interested to know the details of these sections, please refer to our explanatory notes provided in the Google Classroom. Yeah. Okay, so when we ignore B15, therefore the amount of B14 will be similar to B16. Right? So from here, okay, from here we are going to compare tax payable to B18, which is monthly tax deduction or installment. Okay, so what is the difference between tax payable and monthly tax deduction? Okay, if you recall what we have learned in the topic of tax administration, okay, the IRB has imposed a policy known as pay as you earn. All right. This policy means if we earn any income in year 2020, therefore tax on such income will be collected also in year 2020. Okay, let's say I earn salaries or I earn employment income between January to December 2020. Alright, so in other words, I receive my salary, right, every month. Okay, so when would I pay tax on my salaries for year 2020? Okay, for your information, tax will be paid in the same year. Okay, how? The tax collection will be made by means of monthly tax deduction. Alright, so whatever salary I received every month is at net, okay, which after monthly tax deduction, yeah, after the tax deduction. Okay, so tax deduction is based on a table, okay, provided by the IRB. Okay, so it depends on the amount of gross salary and other factors. Yeah. Okay, please recall whatever you have learned in the topic of tax administration. So B18 is what we call as tax already paid in the year 2020. Alright, I repeat, B18 is what we call as tax collected or tax already paid in the year 2020. Now, what is B16? B16 is the amount of tax that should have been paid in year 2020. I repeat, B16 is the amount of tax that should have been paid in year 2020. Okay, so when we compare whatever we should have paid for year 2020 and what already have been paid, okay, so we may arrive at balance of tax payable or tax paid in excess. All right. Okay, so let's say the amount that we should have been paid is more than whatever monthly tax deduction. Therefore, there is an outstanding amount of tax payable. Ya, maksudnya apa yang kita bayar sepanjang tahun tak cukup, ya, tak cukup dengan apa yang kita perlu bayar, ya. B16 apa yang kita perlu bayar, B18 ni apa yang kita dah bayar, ya. So, let's say tax payable is 20,000 but our monthly tax deduction is only 15,000. Therefore, we as a taxpayer need to pay the outstanding amount to the IRB, which is 5,000. Ya, kita kena bayarlah, ya, tak cukup bayar. Okay, next. In some cases, monthly tax deduction is more than tax payable, ya. So let's say the monthly tax deduction is 30,000. Yeah, 30,000, but the amount of tax payable is only 18,000. Yeah, in that case, yeah, the taxpayer have tax paid in excess. Yeah, maksudnya taxpayer terlebih bayar lah. Okay, so if the taxpayer already pay the tax in excess, therefore the IRB will return the extra. Okay, so this is what we call as tax refund. Yeah, so macam tadi saya bagi contoh, if the monthly tax deduction is 30,000, but the tax payable is only 18,000, therefore the IRB will refund us or the taxpayer 12,000. Yeah, so in the case of tax refund, please put an NX here in the smaller box. Okay, next. Declaration. Yeah, we must fill in the declaration. Okay, otherwise the tax return is considered as incomplete. Depends on who fill in the form. Yeah, if we fill in the form by ourselves, okay, so write down your own name, your IC number, okay, choose here number 1, date, and sign the tax, tax return. If you help your friend, okay, if you help your friend or your siblings, okay, so put number 2, write down your own name again, your own IC number, your own signature. Yeah, if you are a tax representative for a deceased person, okay, write down number 3. Habis nombor 3 ni nama siapa? Nama awak lah, nama tax representative ya. Jangan letak nama si mati lah. Okay, next. Particulars of husband and wife, okay, this is to double check. Yeah, to cross check the information. Passport number, this one, yeah, if it is not applicable, then just leave it blank. Okay, saya lupa nak letak nombor kali hijau kat sini. Okay, other particulars, this is about your own particulars, okay, your email address, your bank account, yeah, kenapa? Okay, so let's say there is a tax refund, yeah, the IRB will inform you through email and the will bank in the refund in your own account, yeah. Now, D5, if you are employed, then write down your employer's number here. Okay, if you are not employed, yeah, let's say your income is from rental income or dividend income or interest income, then D5 will be blank, all right? Now, do you have any accounts outside Malaysia? If yes, then put number 1. If not, then number 2. Okay, next. Do you dispose any real property gains tax? Do you dispose any asset, yeah, under RPGT? Yeah, so what asset that should be imposed RPGT? Those are land and buildings. Yeah, so if you dispose any land or building during the current year, then you need to declare here. Yeah, if not, then just number 2 here, and here also number 2. Alright, so here is part E, donations, gifts or contributions, okay. This is the detail of our approved donation shown in B5. Okay, so all donations are listed here. However, 4 from the rest, 4 donations are restricted to 10% of aggregate income. Okay, so they are E to A, E to B, E to C, and E to D. All right, so again, read your question carefully because not all donations are applicable. Yeah. All right, next. Relief. Okay, part F is relief. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, sorry. So the total of donations will be written down in E8. So this amount here will be transferred to B5, yeah, in the earlier section. Okay, again back to part F, relief, yeah. So again, read the questions carefully. What relief is applicable to the taxpayers? Okay, just fill in the applicable items. Okay. Right. Again, the total of relief is shown in F19. Yeah, and this total of relief will be transferred to B9. Okay. Next is Part G. Okay, Part G is non-employment income of preceding years but not yet declared. Okay, so let's say we have rental income not yet declared in previous year, then we need to declare here. Alright, again, read your question. If there is no such item in the question, please ignore Part G. Last but not least, okay, Part H is for tax agent. If you are a tax agent filling up tax forms on behalf of your clients, then fill in Part H. But if you fill in the tax form for yourself, therefore please ignore Part H. Alright, I hope my explanation is useful for you to complete your group assignment.